Welcome back to another DVD showcase, and this is kind of one that I've been wanting to cover like very soon. And it is the Huckleberry Hound Show Volume 1, part of the Hanna-Barbera Golden Collection. I also have the 2017 re-release that was part of the Hanna-Barbera Diamond Collection. Oddly enough, it says Season 1 Volume 1 instead of just Volume 1 or just Season 1. But basically, Volume 1 of the Huckleberry Hound Show pretty much contains the complete first season of the Huckleberry Hound Show with its original Capitol record music and everything. And the reason I've been wanting to cover this soon is that Warner Archive is going to be making a Blu-ray set for the entire Huckleberry Hound Show. And so I kind of thought, like maybe before I ever decide to showcase that Blu-ray set, because I did pre-order it. I thought I might cover the original DVD set first, because yeah, it was the only Huckleberry Hound like DVD that they ever released, for the most part. Yeah, so it does have all the Huckleberry Hound, Yogi Bear, and Pixie and Dixie cartoons made for Season 1. They aren't the full episodes though. It's mainly just the cartoons. Only the first 6 episodes, that you can be able to watch in full. But they're like as bonus features. Funnily enough, the full episode of episode 1 is on the 4th double-sided disc, while the other 5 are on disc 1, which is kind of weird, like how they did that. I'm not sure why they couldn't just put all 6 full episodes onto like one disc, but I digress. But yeah, unlike a lot of Hanna-Barbera's Golden Collection DVDs, these ones were actually remastered. They're actually remastered using interpositives. The new Huckleberry Hound Blu-ray set is remastered using the original camera negatives. So at least there's going to be somewhat of a difference with that. This actually came out the same day as the Yogi Bear show set. So yeah, so this is basically like all the other Hanna-Barbera Golden Collection sets like the Flintstones and Jetsons, where they have this artwork that you can see on the sleeve itself. While you open it, the Digipack cardboard casing reveals alternate artwork that's hidden in here. And yeah, and the artwork is really good. Here's this one with Huckleberry Hound and the lion from the second episode. Yeah, second episode. He did have a name. He did reappear in a season 2 episode, and he did have a name, but I kind of forgot what it was. And there's disc 2. Not sure where the rocket ship came from. I don't think were there any Huckleberry Hound episodes in season 1 where he was in space or there was a rocket ship. I know later episodes did, but I can't think of any season 1 episodes off the top of my head. Then we have the disc 4 section. Unfortunately, disc 4 is a double-sided disc, which I feel like was kind of a little unnecessary, but I mean, I guess maybe for the technology at the time, they probably couldn't think of anything better. Then yeah, here's disc 3 with Huckleberry Hound and Wee Willie. And this also came with a cell, like a small little cell painting done by, I think, Bob Singer. I think Bob Singer actually drew this, but it's based off of one of the cartoons, Postman Panic. But yeah, you could pause and read this. And yeah, so yeah, 2005. So yeah, so here's disc 1. And it reveals some alternate artwork in the back, but it's mainly just, all the many different hats that Huckleberry Hound wears. And it's more or less the same for the other ones. So yeah, disc 1 featured Huck, disc 2 features Boo Boo and Yogi, and then disc 3 has Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinx, and then the double-sided disc. Alright, now it's time for me to tell you all a story about the set and how much of a nightmare it was. Alright, so I originally bought a copy of this sealed on Facebook Marketplace, and it arrived in the mail, and when I opened it to watch the episodes, I soon discovered that all of the discs were completely rotted, or some of them were mostly rotted, and they were pretty much unwatchable at this point. I was really upset. And so I went to my local Half Price Books to ask if any of their stores had a copy of this, and it did. So I ordered that, and I was able to pick up a second copy of this, and it turned out that it was slightly better, but some discs were also it also had rotting problems too. So both of those purchases were very unsuccessful, and it was just so annoying that instead I just bought the Diamond Collection re-release, which I wanted to get the original re-release, or I wanted to get the original release just for the bonus features because the Diamond set does not have them. Basically, what they did was to save on space and like retain the picture quality. They cut down the disc size from 3 and 1 double-sided disc to just 3 single-layer discs. And what they did was they made the menu completely black with just a picture of this, and they got rid of all the bonus features. Because as you can see, there's like around 8 or 9 episodes on each disc. Funnily enough, I think all of the episodes that are on the double-sided disc are on disc 3. Funnily enough. Oh yeah, and they stacked all 3 of those discs. I don't know why they did, but they did anyways. I don't know why they did this. I mean this could have easily been like a page. Like they could have added just like just one page. But yeah, here's my copy of the re-release. I did eventually find the original release on eBay, like from someone, that says, they actually worked. And yeah, so I do have a working copy of Huckleberry Hound Show Volume 1. I'm not sure if this DVD was made like before the rotting incident, because I think because there was a period around 2006 to I think 2008 or 2009 where Warner Bros. Discs were made at a particular plant that, didn't really have the best quality. And as a result, a lot of those DVDs, that were made in that plant are very prone to rotting as the years go by. These ones still work with no problem. So I'm betting this was probably made like a little before, because this set came out in 2005. So yeah, so that was like a quick story of how much of a hassle it was for me to get the original release. So yeah, I'm going to be putting all the discs onto my portable Blu-ray player, and we'll look through all the menus. Here is disc 1 of Huckleberry Hound Show Volume 1. The presentation on all the discs is exactly the same. It's weird that there's no disc count. Funnily enough, the background art that they actually use on the menu is actually from The Good, the Bad, and Huckleberry Hound. Because specifically this particular poster that I might show, right now while I'm editing this. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's not a lot of assets for Huckleberry Hound that they could probably use. So I guess I can understand why they use the Western setting from the movie. But yeah, I do that they use actual footage from the cartoons themselves to animate this menu. And I have it on mute, but the music they're playing is the original Huckleberry Hound title card theme, the do 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 do. I think that was only used for the first few episodes. Speaking of episodes, so we have the option to either watch the cartoons in full, all 3 of the cartoons from that particular episode, or we can just click on the cartoons on its own if you just want to watch a specific one. But yeah, overall, I think season 1 is probably it might be the best season of Huckleberry Hound, honestly, because I definitely kind of like the way everything was kind of like set up and written in that particular season. As for special features, we have the full episodes of episodes 2 through 6. Again, the full version of episode 1 is on the 4th disc. Then we go to languages. We have English, French, and Spanish, and we have subtitles for English, French, and Spanish as well. I think on the re-release it's only in English. Alright, now let's put in disc 2. Alright, now we have disc 2. Again, the main menu is exactly the same. It's weird that there's no like way to indicate like what disc you put in. Alright, so here are the episodes that are on disc 2. Some pretty good ones, some pretty funny ones. Special features, we have Huckleberry Hound, a linguistic masterpiece. It's basically just some really goofy old guy, you know, like explaining like Huck's mannerisms and what they mean. It's kind of silly. Then Huckleberry Quotes, the remix. It's basically like a video of someone like putting together like different footage from the show and remixing them with music, and, you know, like while using you know, voice clips of Dawes Butler. It's very similar to that one, a quick draw one, you know, that Cartoon Network did in the early 2000s. But yeah, it's nothing really anything to write home about. Languages, same background, different character, funnily enough. Alright, now let's put in disc 3. Here is disc 3. Now let's look at its episodes. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't mention when we looked at disc 2 is that some of the episodes of season 1 did have a few repeated cartoons. So you'll definitely recognize a few of those particular cartoons from earlier episodes. And then yeah, we have the legendary sound of Dawes Butler, which is probably aside from the full episodes, the Dawes Butler one is definitely my favorite of the bonus features. And one of the main reasons I really wanted to get the original release, because I really wanted to you know, watch it so badly. The same thing on the last discs, same background but different character. Alright, now let's put in the double-sided disc. Alright, here is side A of the double-sided disc 4. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that it only has like one double-sided disc, because the Yogi Bear show set that came out around the same time, I think the same day actually, they made it a 4-disc set, and 2 of them were double-sided. But I guess it kind of makes sense given that there's a few more episodes of the Yogi Bear show than there are for season 1 of Huckleberry Hound. Alright, so here are the episodes. And then special features. We have additional bumpers and bridges, which basically any bumpers that were not included on the reconstructed episodes on the bonus features are on this. And it's only a majority of the ones that they could find. Some of them are black and white, some of them are in color, but some of them are not restored. Most of them are not really restored. And yeah, same background, different character. And yeah, let's go on to the last side. Here is side B of the double-sided disc 4. And this one, there's only like 3 episodes on here. Oh wait, no, there's actually 2 episodes on here. Yeah, this is definitely like later artwork. Yeah, because most of the artwork shown on the presentation are all like taken from the cartoons themselves, but there are a few of them that are actually like, you know, artwork from much later on. Like this one, for example. Like you can definitely tell that the art style is slightly different. Peter Potamus is on here for some reason. This artwork was definitely was probably made in no relation to the Huckleberry Hound show, because I don't know why Peter Potamus is on here. But yeah, the side B of disc 4 has the full episode, or the full version of episode 1. This one actually included original Kellogg's commercials, which was kind of neat. Honestly, I don't think they really should have put them on there. They should have put them on a separate. They should have put all the Kellogg's commercials on a separate bonus. Then we have trailers. So we have one for the Yogi Bear show, which I actually have. The Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 3, I have that one as well. Looney Tunes Movie Collection, Scooby-Doo and Where's My Mummy, and Tom and Jerry Spotlight Collection Volume 2, which I also have. And that'll be all for the presentation. So now let's look at the pros and cons for the overall set and then the final verdict. Alright, let's discuss the pros and cons for the Huckleberry Hound Show Volume 1. So yeah, I really like this set. I don't like that these discs are prone to rotting. But if you could find an earlier release or a copy that actually still works, it's a fantastic set. I definitely really like the cover on this one and the artwork they use. So yeah, but overall, picture quality is pretty solid. I mean, they were remastered using inner positives. I'm betting they'll probably look so much better on the Blu-ray set since they remastered them with their original camera negatives. But for the inner positive remasters on the DVD set, I think they look really good, especially on a CRT. Audio quality is pretty much exactly how I imagine it be. It's overall pretty solid for. Is this set like 60, or is this show 60 years old or something? Might even be 70 or 80. I can't remember. But yeah, this show is really old, and so the audio quality, sounds pretty spot on, for its age. I'd say the one thing that I really like about this set the most would probably be the fact that it contains 6 full episodes of the show, because the main feature is just the cartoons and that's it. The full episodes had like an intro and outro and like bumpers in between, like bumpers on like, oh, this is the next Yogi Bear cartoon up next. Those particular full episodes that are on this set are considered bonus content. Episodes 2 to 6 are on disc 1, while the first episode is on the double-sided disc. And speaking of special features, I'd say the special features in general are probably the best thing about this DVD set, because it's not just the fact that they have the full episodes, but also the fact that they also have any bumpers, like that were not part of the, that they couldn't fit into the 6 full episodes. They have them on a separate special feature on the double-sided disc. These ones on disc 2 are okay, like they're not really anything special or memorable. But I'd say my most favorite one would probably be the one on disc 3, which is the legendary sound of Dawes Butler. And I also really like that they included a little cell. I think it looks really nice and it's very well drawn. I mean, Bob Singer is a great artist. And so yeah, the only negative I really have is that the 4th disc is double-sided. But yeah, that's really like my only real nitpick for the original release. The Diamond re-release, I kind of wish they kept it a 4-disc set so they can, so they can be able to include the bonus features. I mean the presentation on this one is very bare bones compared to this one, which had a lot more effort put in. But I still would have liked it if they made a 4-disc set and still included all the bonus features. But oh well, I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point because we are going to be getting the Blu-ray set for the entire Huckleberry Hound series, and all the bonus features except for the recreated full episodes they're also going to be on the Blu-ray set as well. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to ring the notification bell so you won't miss out on any videos I produce. I'll see you real soon. Same Huckleberry time, same Huckleberry channel.